Yes, so hello everybody. I'm Jaana Pohjanmnki, and I work in Brussels in the Civil Law Unit in the Council of the European Union, and I am in particular in charge of e-justice issues. So I will be saying a few words about e-justice, not so much about legal issues that you have heard here today, and I will try to explain how e-justice relates to land register issues. And yes, I'm replacing my head of unit, Mr. Fernando Paulino Pereira, who some of you might know, and who was unable to be here today for calendar reasons. First, a few words about the portal and about our work. Like, what is e-justice? What is e-justice? I have stated here that e-justice can be defined as the use of technology, information and communication to improve access of citizens to justice and effective judicial action. And e-justice is the key element in the modernization of judicial systems. And our aim is to facilitate access to justice across the European Union and to increase public confidence in the European area of justice. The work in this area is based on the European e-justice action plan, which was adopted in 2008 and which will be in force until the end of this year. And let's see if I have, yes, work at EU level. So the first action plan. And the new action plan will be prepared this year for the post-2013. And this action plan sets forth a multi-annual working program in the field of e-justice and creates a structure which coordinates the e-justice work at EU level. So this coordinating structure is constituted by the e-justice working party, where the EU member states and the European Commission meet in the Council of the European Union with a view to cooperating in this field in the implementation of the action plan. And then, what is e-justice portal? The portal is a website which was launched in 2010, so it's quite new still and still developing quite fast. And the portal currently offers information to citizens, businesses and legal practitioners in 22 languages in 27 EU member states. Now the portal has information on a diverse range of civil and commercial matters. It also contains information on certain criminal law issues, like information on rights of victims of crime and rights of defendants in criminal proceedings. And our aim is to develop the portal towards an electronic one-stop shop in the area of justice. Now, I will try to show you a slide about the... So that's how the portal looks like in practice. And it is the European Commission who is, in practice, in charge of maintaining this website. It's a bit... I will try to go a bit down. So here's information for citizens, businesses, legal practitioners, latest news area, and here on the left side you have the different areas where you can find information. And here we have registers, and here we have the part concerning land registers. I will come back to this in a moment. So I will now go back to my slides. So, what are the functions of the portal? It has mainly three basic functions, three fundamental functions. The objective of the portal is to allow access to information in the field of justice. So we have already reached this objective to a large extent. And for example, the interconnection of insolvency and land registers between all EU member states is a further challenge and a further objective for us in the future. Secondly, the aim of the portal is to allow communication between judicial authorities, for example, via video conferencing and via secure electronic networks. Now, this is already partially a reality, and partially still a future challenge. And technical developments as regard the secure communications, they are ongoing in the context of the so-called e-Codex project, which you may have heard of. And thirdly, in the future, this is not really yet a reality, in the future the aim is to allow to go to court in civil and criminal matters. And the technical developments in this sense are also ongoing in the context of the e-Codex project. And then how does all this relate to your work? E-Justice portal and the current land register information. So, yes, first I want to say that in the Working Party and in the Council's Secretariat, we consider ELRA as a very important partner in our future work towards offering access to comprehensive land register information in the e-Justice portal. So the portal already contains some information about land registers in Europe. It has information about EULIS, and it has a link to EULIS website. There's information about ELRA and a link to ELRA website. Maybe future, a possible CROBECO link. It's not there yet, but this is one of the future issues. I will show you this in the portal. Registers. So if we look at land registers, there's a full page here about land registers. We have here sub-pages about EULIS, info about EULIS, and via EULIS you have access to the EULIS website and so on. So I mean, I'm not going to this in detail, but so if you want to get information about different countries, you have access to these websites via the portal. How do I get back to where I came from? Yes, and under EULIS there was ELRA. What is ELRA? And here we have access to the ELRA website. These are links, and I'm sure you all know this, and we have already seen this. So maybe in the future, here we have a CROBECO, so maybe in the future we have to see what the perspectives are, and possibly have a link to CROBECO in the future. And I'm not here, sorry, let's go back to the portal page. Yeah, so I'm not future plans. I know, let's go back. So I'm not here to make any marketing speech. It's not my job, and I'm not even allowed to do it. But I would say that with the increased mobility of people and business across national borders, it's necessary to facilitate the access of vendors, creditors, corporate partners and consumers to reliable information in order to enhance transparency and legal certainty in all EU countries. And this includes land registers, which currently vary from country to country in the degree of information they include. I'm from Finland, in reality, and I can say that I can't show it to you here now, but it's a bit too complex. But in Finland, we have a very comprehensive information on land registers and how to buy land online. And the basic idea in Finland is that with these information websites, a normal Mr. Smith can buy and sell land on his own without having the need to have a lawyer in the process. As you may know, we don't even have notaries in Finland. And this kind of system where you don't have intermediaries can function in a country like Finland between Finnish people who know the system. But when you come to a cross-border situation, it's completely different, of course. And that's where we need experts. We need experts like notaries, like the people in charge of CROBECO, and so on. And I can say here that the Working Party on e-Justice is following the developments regarding the CROBECO project very closely now. And when the preparations have been finished and it's up and running, we have seen all these pilots today, it will allow to see us what the future perspectives are. Could we have a link? But I'm leaving this question open. This issue will have to be discussed in the working parties at a later point in the future. Now, another big issue. The future plans and challenges in the area of land registers. So I can here inform you that a new large-scale project on interconnection of EU member states' land registers is about to start. The European Commission is about to launch a technical feasibility study. And well, it is the Commission who will be in charge of this and who will be in contact with EU member states' respective ministries and other concerned parties. And I can't give you any exact date, but it's now. It will start this year, very soon now. And but this is a technical study, so all the hugely complex legal issues, they will come later, not at this stage yet. And what are the future implications of this project for property transactions at EU level? Well, it's of course impossible to say anything concrete at this stage, except that increasing transparency between the member states and facilitating access to land registers information can only be beneficial to all actors involved. I mean all actors. It's useful to citizens and to legal practitioners as well as to various actors in the real estate world and so on. And I can tell that this will be an extremely complex legal and technical project. And it is very likely going to be the most complex project that we have undertaken so far. And of course this will take several years to bring this project into reality. And what are the implications? Let's see if I have another. No, not yet. So what are the implications to EOLIS, ELRA and the CROBECO project with this? So it is of course in the interests of all of us to be able to use all the available information and expertise in the most efficient way. And we think we need to combine the existing knowledge and information in this new project in the most cost-efficient and user-friendly way to make this new system as profitable as possible to all parties. The idea is to cooperate with all parties. And the European Commission is certainly planning to cooperate with all interested parties in the preparations of this new project. And you will be able to raise your particular concerns in that process. And for those who are concerned, I could say that you should be in touch with the right people in your relevant ministries to raise any particular concerns you might have as regards your own national situation. And your ministries will convey the message to Brussels. I have another thing here I would like to mention. It's about the e-Codex project. I don't have a slide about e-Codex. maybe you have heard the word, this magic word e-codex. So our working party is very closely following the technical implementation of the e-justice portal, and in this context we have regular updates in the working party over the developments related to the e-codex project. E-codex is a large-scale technical project run by various member states and partners. Germany is one of the leading figures in this respect. And the integration to the portal of the e-codex technological solutions needed for EU-level information exchange is planned for this year. And an extension phase of the e-codex is also ongoing until 2015. Now, I'm talking about e-codex because the technological solutions they are developing will ensure a European interoperability for e-justice communication. The key word now is interoperability. So, also as regards the CROBECO project, I would say that you need to take into account the e-codex results. To make the project really fully viable in the future, you would need to be technically interoperable with the e-codex systems to make it viable in the longer term, and maybe even also to give to have the possibility to add new partner countries later to your project. New horizons. Okay, oh sorry, I forgot to put, but I already talked about this issue. Okay. I will just speak without any further slides. So, the future plans for the e-justice portal and in the e-justice area. There are a few final things I would like to mention here. So, there will be certain major developments in the area of e-justice towards the end of this year. So, firstly, we are currently expecting a draft proposal on e-justice from the Commission. I don't know yet if it will be a decision or directive or a regulation, but they will present something. The Commission has not yet provided us with any date, but could possibly happen in the end of 2013. And this new proposal will be a significant step forward in the area of e-justice at European level, because this will provide us with the legal base for the work in this field. Because for the moment we are working without any binding legal base. We only have the action plan and the working party. Then secondly, like I said earlier, the current action plan on e-justice will expire in the end of 2013. So this summer and autumn will also include significant further work in terms of the preparation of a new action plan for post-2013, and discussions in the working party. They are expected to continue on the issue of land registers, of course, depending on the timing of the feasibility study also. And overall, I could say that in Brussels we can now clearly see the progressive evolution of the e-justice systems in a large number of member states. And the use of new technologies in the justice systems across Europe is inevitably expanding and gaining new ground. I would daringly maybe say that this is a train that cannot be stopped any longer. And we are continuing our work in order to improve the functioning of the portal and adding the more land register information in the EU member states, as well as other functionalities related to property transactions, such as the results of the CROBECO projects, will all be a further step forward. And just one final, my own personal addition here. This whole issue is very close to my heart, because I have a dream Now, my dream is to have a house one day in the south of Europe, maybe in Portugal. So I will be personally very closely following all developments in this area, and I will be personally in charge of this whole land register evolution and project in Brussels. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Yes, first at the end of the room, and then we come in the front.
Thank you very much for this presentation, and I think I can speak in the name of all legal professionals, registrars and also civil law notaries dealing with real estate, that you mentioned for international transaction the implication of a legal professional will always be necessary and required also under these new technical issues. Just one question, because I saw this website e-justice is so comprehensive, yes. And today I learned that the CROBECO approach only is applicable to situations where buyer and the seller are in the same country. In other situations where there is buyer and seller in different countries, maybe it's not that easy, or it might be difficult for the choice of law. Do you have in the e-justice portal any data, any statistics saying how many transactions there are between buyer and seller in the same country or in different countries? Any database in this direction?
No, I can say right now, I don't think I don't think that the portal covers that kind of information. We don't have. It's a very simple answer.
Microphone here in front, Gabriel, please.
Thank you very much for your presentation. It was really interesting. As you say, we are in the beginning of a process of interconnection of land registries. And you also said that it's very important that any solution should have to have in mind interoperability with the rest of the e-justice solutions. And just suggest that perhaps e-code should be the reference for that purpose. The question is, would the extension of e-codes have in mind to deal with the interconnection of land registries? I mean, we addressed it several times that they say, well, they are very much focused on judicial procedures, not for the moment with land registries or any other kind of key registers.
Possibly not for the moment, yes, because they are really busy with the ongoing pilot projects. But this certainly is an issue that can be discussed with them and ask for possibilities for later. E-codex is really complex and huge, and I don't have the e-codex people here with me today. They could explain all the technical issues for you. I can't. But I am sure that they are open to cooperation, and they are very approachable people. And if you wish to discuss any interesting issues with them, I'm sure that they will be happy to listen in this area. Any other issues?
Thank you very much.